Hey guys, what's up? My name is Zach, and today we're going to be analyzing Trump's state-by-state approval for August 2018. So once you see this map, the four states that probably stick out the most to you are Nebraska, Florida, Arizona, and Iowa. At least if you look from July, they probably have some of the most noticeable color differences, especially Nebraska, as you can see here, becoming very pale. So for Nebraska, Trump's approval, or his net approval, is now at +1, and this is the lowest it has been ever. It has never gone this low, at least since polls have been taken at the start of Trump's presidency, and this should be a warning sign for Trump, not just for 2020, but maybe for Republicans as well. I still think I'm going to call this Senate race solidly in the Republicans' favor. Maybe into likely if I see that poll numbers for Jane Raybould are starting to go up, but I highly doubt that's the case. And this is most likely just out of Omaha, which has always had a low approval of Trump. And I do believe that this will affect my 2020 Senate predictions, not my 2020 Senate predictions, my 2020 presidential election predictions, especially with that second district. I can see going more and more solidly for the Democrats, which I've already started to call it more solidly recently, but this is definitely going to put that second district more in the Democrats' favor for 2020. Going down to Florida, Trump's approval now stands at +1, the same as Nebraska, and this is going to have a very heavy impact on the Senate and governor's races, where, as I've said before in my past Senate prediction videos, Trump's approval has really been the main benefit for many, for Rick Scott and for Ron DeSantis running here, because because this is one of the very few states where they could have ran on Trump's approval and that would have benefited them. But now that I don't think it's any longer the case, as we're seeing now, it's becoming narrower and narrower. This is the lowest it's been in months. And if this momentum continues, I mean, it could very easily switch back to being +4, +5 in a month or two before the midterms occur. But if this momentum continues of it being more down the middle, this is going to be a very, very big gain for Rick Scott, Bill Nelson and Andrew Gillum, both running for Senate and the governor's race. Going over to Arizona, this state has gone from 0-50-50 split in approval to -2. This isn't really too much of a change compared to what we've been seeing throughout most of the year, of it just being down the middle. I wouldn't consider -2 to be enough to call the state anything but 50-50 split when it comes to Trump's approval. However, this is the lowest it's been in almost a year. I think the only time it's been this low was in March or January, I believe. And this will impact the Senate race between Martha McSally and Kyrsten Sinema, although Martha McSally has been coming up with positive poll numbers in her favor for the first time since polls have been taken. However, this is most likely going to be in Kyrsten Sinema's favor in some way, and I guess we're going to have to wait and see for polls to reflect that or not reflect that as we near closer and closer to the midterms. Going over to Ohio, as you can see here, Trump's approval has dipped down to -5. This is the lowest it has been in months, and it's a big shift from it being down the middle and -1 approval of Trump last month. This will play a minor role in the Senate. I mean, Sherrod Brown was already, this election was already in Sherrod Brown's favor, but I can easily see it being even more so in his favor as we get closer and closer to the midterms. However, this is not really too big of a factor in the Senate, as I said before. This is more so going to be a factor when I call 2020 predictions, obviously leaning more towards Democrats now. Now going over to Iowa, this state is continuing its pretty consistent trend throughout the entire year of having a low approval of Trump, dipping down from -5, I believe. No, -6 to -8, which isn't a huge change, but I've reflected on the past that this could be an outlier and this could be just a bump in the road when it comes to Iowa. However, Trump's approval continues to go down in this state, and it continues to stay consistently low, more so than states like Pennsylvania and Virginia, which is very surprising. So this especially should be a warning sign for Trump, for a state that he won very solidly in 2016. Other states that are noteworthy but don't really play too much of a role are Oklahoma and Alaska. As you can see, both went down from +15 in Trump's favor to +9, going down to single digits, which obviously neither of these states are going to shift from anything other than solid red in my 2020 predictions. However, this is a significant decrease in approval, and it's something that's pretty noteworthy. And overall, if this trend continues across Arizona, Iowa, Florida, and other noteworthy states, this will absolutely be in the Democrats' favor for the 2018 midterms. Obviously this doesn't play too much of a role when it comes to 2020, maybe to some degree, at least when you're looking at it from a larger scale of the past few months. But when it comes to the midterms, when we're inching closer and closer, just 2 months away, this is going to be a big factor, especially in states like Arizona, and especially in states like Florida, where Trump's approval is absolutely going to determine a number of Senate races and governor races. All right, so if you guys enjoyed the video, if you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. It's the only way for small channels like mine to grow. I'm sorry I couldn't get a video out yesterday. I had a very busy day, but hopefully I can post more videos now. It's Friday. It's the weekend, so I can absolutely start to put out daily videos once more, and maybe even more than one video a day, or at least I would hope so. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.